Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the channel. And I am here with my very own keto coach. So let me give a little bit of background here. So on Side Gigs for Single Moms and also the channel sometimes known as Every Other Weekend, it's a community for professional women who are divorced and trying to kind of pick up the pieces of their lives and try to learn how to live again and to do things in a different way. I am the model for this community. And one thing that I am going to do is get it together this time for real when it comes to my health. So I have solicited the help of my very good friend here. She is my keto hero. And she is going to help to try to get me on the straight and narrow when it comes to my health, wellness, and well-being. So Muriel, and I guess I'll go ahead and out your name. So you don't mind if I say your name out loud, do you? Because it's right here on the screen. So good. So Muriel, thank you so much for agreeing to join me. Now, Muriel,
For having me.
I have seen you totally waste away for the last 7 months or so, and I
Not
love it.
the way, but do it in a healthy way.
Yeah, it's healthy, but it's still awesome. So I know you're so not pushy, but you talk about kind of your health journey and kind of what you've been doing. And I've been asking questions and then I've been kind of double dutching, like, oh, let me see, Muriel. No, no, no. So now I think I'm ready to be coached by you. So talk to me a little bit about what you've been doing. You've been doing something called keto. So can you tell me what keto is and then tell me a little bit about your health journey?
Sure. So basically, keto is where your body performs off ketones. And basically, what it does is instead of being a sugar or glucose burner, we become fat burners through by depleting our glycogen stores through keto. If that makes any sense. So basically, you are eating very low carbs, so you're able to become a fat burner.
Okay, so low carbs, right?
Yes.
So when somebody says keto and they say kind of what's the difference between doing keto and then doing low carb, what would you say for that?
So like a big thing, like maybe with the Atkins diet, there's not really a protein threshold where for keto, if you look at like your macros, which are your carbohydrates, protein, and your fat.
Fats.
So basically, if you look at that, typical keto diet would be around 80% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs.
Well, that sounds like my body composition, 80% fat. So that's great. I'm well on my way. So just kidding. Just kidding, everybody. So, so Muriel, can you talk to me just a little bit about and share as much or as little as you'd like, just a little bit about your keto journey. Let me first say, I'll give you some time to think about it, that I've
Okay.
known you for about 5 years now.
Crazy.
And I know, isn't that crazy? And you have gone through different phases and different stages of your journey with weight loss. You had a baby in there, so of course you had to gain some weight to have the baby. So that's allowed. And then after you did another program, and then I haven't seen anything as striking as what I've seen over the last 8 months or so with you doing keto. So can you give me from your perspective, your point of view, kind of what happened?
The biggest thing for me for keto was I did not feel hungry. I felt satisfied. I felt like I was able to enjoy food and not feel deprived. And that was definitely a key thing that I was able to make this quote unquote diet a lifestyle.
Okay, and so how did you first hear about this keto thing? And so what made you think, oh, I can do this?
So apparently, like keto was one of the top five Googled words in 2017. So it was definitely a big buzzword. I was on Instagram a lot. Being a former Beachbody coach, so you're on that, and I kept hearing about keto, and kept seeing progress pictures about of people doing the diet. So it definitely piqued my interest.
Okay. And then when did you start? You don't have to tell me your starting weight or anything like that,
Oh,
but when did you start? Um, how was it to kind of get into the kind of the groove of things? And then can you give us some idea of kind of your progress so far? Because I know what I've seen and it looks amazing. So tell me from your
uh,
perspective.
So I dabbled in it. I did a lazy version of keto around right before my sister's wedding. So basically, what lazy keto is just counting your carbs and limiting your carbs, but not worrying about everything else. And I saw some results with that. And then officially, I would say I started after my husband's birthday. We had an all-out like weekend celebration. I was like, all right, I'm in. I'm counting macros. I'm doing it full out. So September 11th, my starting weight September 11th was 176.
Okay.
And then so I just basically kept refining the process with each month, and then slowly added things like exercising and intermittent fasting, played around with that. And so right now, today I weighed in at 134.5.
Mm, mm, mm. So over 40 pounds gone from keto.
Yes.
Okay, so and you talked about some very some key things that people kind of rail against when they talk about a lifestyle change or a diet or something. So you're saying you didn't feel hungry. Is that correct?
I did not feel hungry.
Hmm. And you think this is something is sustainable over a long period of time? Talk to me about that.
Definitely. Again, there's different styles of keto out there. There's different philosophies out there. But my philosophy has always been, stay on plan. I don't like to use the word cheat, but then, when my husband and I or when my family and I travel, I definitely, enjoy those days, and then commit to the plan the next day or when I return, kind of deal. So, and I've been successful with that. There's definitely like a time where I become, the carbohydrates affect me, but then again, the key thing is getting back on plan when you do those types of things.
Okay, so what is your number one piece of advice for someone who says, "Hey, Muriel, I'm ready to do it. Your results are amazing. You're so inspirational to me. I am ready to get down with the get down. Talk to me about keto." So, like, if it's me, like for instance, so let's say it's me who says, "Hey, I'm ready, Muriel." What is your best
Now,
piece of advice? What's the starting point?
to me, the best piece of advice is to look at your calendar. Okay, look at your calendar and make sure that um, you can commit to this and see your results for, I would say, at least 25 to 30 days.
Okay.
You want to get into a state of ketosis where you're, you know, starting, continuously burning the body fat, and you want to feel like keto makes me feel amazing. You want to feel those effects so that you can continue on with this lifestyle.
Okay. So you're saying commit to make sure that you're doing it long enough so you can see some results.
Yes.
So if you
Not
do,
not just the results, but there's so many things out there, you guys, about us as far as the what's the word I'm looking for? As just the great things that keto does for your body.
okay. But what do you say, Muriel? Now let me ask you this. This is a good question. And I'm trying only to ask good questions. What
Sure.
do you say to the people who say, "You know what, that's dangerous. That's not good. That's not healthy. you're going to fall out dead doing this keto stuff. What do you say? Well, hopefully no one says that, but what if they did?
You know what, guys? I've just never felt this good. I used to be so lethargic, needing to take naps, just, I mean, I don't know. I just feel amazing. Besides that, there's so much information out there. I listen pretty to I would say 3 to 4 podcasts about keto and cholesterol, keto and its effects on women and fertility, keto and its effects on your sleep cycle, and just your overall your skin quality. There's just so many things out there, and if you take the time to educate yourself and listen to these podcasts and listen and look for these articles that are out there, you will be surprised.
Okay, so now let's say that I have committed to start keto tomorrow.
Okay.
What are the first steps that I need to take? So I guess the question is kind of like, are there specific foods I need to have in my cabinet or what are the first steps? Like, I'm an infant. I am a keto baby. So what do I do to get into ketosis?
Well, first things first, remove all the bad stuff. That's any kind of trigger foods, or anything that will just tempt you along your journey. But the biggest thing is a lot of people experience what they call the keto flu. Basically, when you deplete yourself of carbohydrates, your body cannot hold on to water as well. And when you flush out that water, A, you lose a lot of weight the first week, but B, you lose a lot of electrolytes, which can give you the keto flu. And electrolytes are super important to being able to feel good on this diet. So lots of water. I put Himalayan salt and it's right here, what I call low salt in my water. But yeah, definitely having those on hand, and just, continuing to drink so that you don't get the quote unquote keto flu on your first week, as you convert your body into being a fat burner.
Okay, sounds good. So here's the deal, everybody. I work with Muriel every day during the day. So now that I've told her that I am ready to get started, I'm going to give her at least 30 days of my commitment. And it's going to be hard for me to hide from her because I see her and talk to her frequently. So I'm going to really give it a shot and see what kind of results I can get. I'm going to, I get on the scale every day. I'm not going to say what that number is. I'm going to wait until I lose like 100 pounds and I'll say, boy, I was 5 million pounds. And then I can talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it now. Um, but I can't wait to see kind of where this leads. And it just makes it real. The fact that Muriel was able to come here and agree, yay, thank you so much for agreeing to speak with me, and to help me embark on this journey. So I know I'll be seeing you tomorrow. So, okay, here's the question, Muriel. So for tomorrow, what are my food options? Let me tell you what I have.
Uh-huh.
What I have, I've thought. Okay, so I know that I can have coffee, but no sugar in the coffee.
You can have stevia, but I know how you feel about stevia. So
Yeah, guys, I'm not a fan of the artificial sweeteners, even though stevia is not an artificial sweetener. Those things just kind of give me a bad aftertaste. It's just yucky. So, I can have coffee, and I have some of that Califia, what's that woman name?
is Califia. You got the coconut almond milk blend, which I think is delicious.
It's okay. So I can have some of that in the morning. So I'll have that. I can have bacon in the morning, and I plan to, right? I am going to, actually, my son right now is preparing some steaks. So I'm going to have steak for lunch, and then I'm going to have some type of low carb vegetable with it. And then I plan to make this recipe, guys, called cracked chicken.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it's delicious. I've made it before. My kids were coming around as if they were drug addicted, asking for more, which I don't, really like that part of it, but it is delicious. So I plan to make that for, I might even put it in the crock pot tonight to cook overnight. But since I saw This Is Us and I have the whole thing about crock pots catching on fire, I don't know if I'll do that. So we'll see. But that's kind of what I have in store for tomorrow's meals. So Muriel, what say you about that? What do I need to tweak?
My whole thing is tomorrow, if you're hungry, like up the fat, honestly. I don't want you to be ever hungry. And just, again, like the importance of getting your water in, and then just, getting good quality fats in tomorrow and not feeling hungry tomorrow.
So I also have, I don't know if you can see this, Adirondack sparkling water. Did you see that?
Ooh,
I
nice.
posted that. It's sparkling water, and it has natural essences of the flavor. So it's not artificial sweeteners, because like I said, artificial sweeteners give me like the yuckies. So can I have as much of this as I want? It's zero
Yeah,
carbs.
yeah, so some people react poorly to carbonated drinks, like those type of drinks, but just, just listen to your body. I wouldn't go too crazy with it, but since you do weigh yourself every day, see, what kind of effects, what kind of effects you're getting from what you're eating. But I would definitely record what you're eating daily so we can take a look at it and kind of analyze how your weight, how your weight is fluctuating, and hopefully it'll be going down every day, at least for this week.
I hope so. And so my Fitness Pal is what I have used in the past. Is that what you recommend? Something like that? Some type of quick app, an easy app
um,
to track?
there's so many apps out there, like just do what works for you, honestly.
Wow, this is easy. This is the easiest thing ever. Thanks so much, Muriel. Boy.
You're welcome. I'm
So
like, I've enjoyed this, and like I love sharing about it, just as long as people don't think I'm crazy. But I've gotten great results and I feel amazing.
yeah, and
So
you look amazing. I have to say that, and I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to embarrass you or make you blush or whatever. But you guys, when you see somebody who's like lost a lot of weight, and then you're like, you see it coming down, and you're like, oh, that's pretty good, and then you see them one day, you're like, damn, I got to do what they're doing. I cannot let them be skinny by themselves. So,
all
um,
right, do this.
so that's what I plan to do. Now it's real, now that we've recorded this. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and to talk to me about this. And any last words about the newly ketoed person, which is me?
Sure, just take it one day at a time and always remember why you're doing this. And I'm gonna call you up because now you promised your viewers, that you're gonna get it done. So we're gonna get it done together.
We are going to get it done together. All right. Well, thank you so much, Muriel. I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Night.
Bye.